Have you ever imagined an aircraft carrier made entirely of ice? In 1942, as German U-boats prowled the Atlantic like hunters in the night, sinking British ships faster than they could be built, Britain faced a desperate crisis. Food was running out. Millions of people stared at famine. And in the middle of this nightmare, Winston Churchill scribbled a note: "Think of a floating island." What follows is one of the strangest, most audacious projects in the history of war, a plan to build a colossal aircraft carrier made entirely of ice. The year is 1942. The Atlantic has become Hitler's hunting ground. German U-boats strike silently, sinking merchant ships carrying Britain's lifeline: food, weapons, and fuel. In just 6 months, nearly 700 Allied ships vanished beneath the waves. Every lost convoy meant empty plates, longer queues, and a nation on the brink of collapse. Aircraft carriers were needed, but steel and shipyards were scarce. Desperation doesn't just breed courage, it breeds imagination. And in Britain, one wild idea was about to take shape. Geoffrey Pyke, an eccentric inventor described as half genius, half madman, proposed the unthinkable: an aircraft carrier made entirely of ice. Not ordinary ice, but Pykrete, a mix of water and wood pulp, stronger than concrete, bulletproof, and slow to melt. Tests confirmed its strength. Bullets ricocheted harmlessly off frozen blocks, while ordinary ice shattered. Pyke envisioned a floating fortress, unsinkable and capable of carrying aircraft across the Atlantic. Churchill didn't laugh. He ordered it tested, and so Project Habakkuk was born. If you're enjoying this deep dive into forgotten wartime inventions, please subscribe to the Time Navigator and tap the bell for more cinematic history stories. Habakkuk's blueprint was staggering: 2,000 feet long, 300 feet wide, walls 40 feet thick. Engineers secretly built a prototype on Patricia Lake, Alberta, Canada, freezing sawdust into massive ice blocks, layering them into a hull the size of a floating city. It was part science, part madness, a miracle born from desperation. A warship made of ice, designed to change the course of the Battle of the Atlantic. Reality struck hard. Ice melts. Refrigeration systems were massive. Construction costs soared to £100 million, and steel warships were urgently needed elsewhere. By mid-1943, sonar and escort carriers were defeating U-boats faster than Habakkuk could ever sail. The dream was big, but fragile. Ice cracks, money vanishes, priorities shift, and sometimes even the boldest ideas must melt away. By 1944, Project Habakkuk was quietly abandoned. No ceremony, no speech, just a frozen prototype left to melt into Patricia Lake. Today, fragments remain, ghostly reminders of what could have been. A secret experiment, a vision of hope, a ship that never sailed, but one that captured the imagination of a world at war. Habakkuk lives on as a symbol of wartime ingenuity. It inspired Cold War experiments, nuclear-powered ships, and Arctic floating bases. Today, as nations eye the Arctic, the dream of floating fortresses returns in new forms. Some say Habakkuk could have changed the war. Others call it folly. But in its icy heart lies a lesson. In the darkest hours, even the wildest dreams can look like salvation. Project Habakkuk melted away, but its legend endures. If this story moved you, please subscribe to the Time Navigator and click the bell to explore more untold history. Tell us in the comments which forgotten story you want next.